Okay, and now we're back for the last part of our flight. Basic tutorial flight, Montreal to Quebec City. So, as we can see now, we're reaching almost our top of descent here, and it will be around Quetrue. So, what we want to do is beginning to descend here after the top of descent, so we can prepare our arrival. So basically it would be a PSAC for arrival. We'll just review like in real life with the plates, the waypoints here, and what interests us is the minimum. So we'll set the MDA, just making sure that we're going on the good way on the turn. So we're on the turn, the heading bug goes here, just in case. Okay, alt hold, speed is good. Let's reduce a little bit. Okay, let's get some buffer. Quetrue, okay. So we will have to reach Gonum at 10,000 feet. So next altitude will be 10,000. 10,000, that will punch at the top of descent to get at Gonum. And we'll set the minimums at let's say 400 if I recall for the ILS. .400 feet set on the MDA. You will see here, Barrow, and okay, good. So we can tune also the frequency of the ILS in Quebec. So if I recall, is 109.50. Double checking. Yes, 109. So let's go to nav 057 and 109. $109.50 transfer. She should catch the DME as soon as we are closing. Okay. So Quetrue, okay, and we are going to descend in a second. Okay, so let's go. Let's begin our descent at the moment. Okay, so we're VV. Let's go down 1,000 feet per minute, and she's descending. So leaving 14,000 for 10,000 at the moment, and we'll try to reach. So as we can see, Gonum and Raga, there is some discontinuity. So after Gonum, we'll bring Raga. Confirm, that makes sense, and execute. At some point around Gonum, we'll request a direct CAVAT. That would make more sense. She's descending. Gently at 2,000 feet per minute. So just make sure that ILS is tuned and identified, kinda. We cannot hear the Morse code at the moment. We're too far, and it's simulated. Oh, yeah. Minimums are set, and we're descending to PSAC. Well, we can begin slowing down to 260 to not exceed the speed restriction of 250 knots at 10,000. Punch it. And she's slowing down. So As you can see, we are a little bit above the profile, so we can increase our rate of descent to kind of catch it up. And let's go 240. 245 should be okay. 245, and we will help her with some speed brakes. Let's descend a little bit more, harder, 2,000 feet per minute. Let's catch it up. Okay, we're on speed. Those speed brakes are very efficient. They're up now. And we are on profile. Let's go 1005. It's kind of good. And now we can simulate that Globemaster requesting a direct cavat. So let's do a direct to cavat. That makes sense. Confirm visually, then execute. Okay, always mission. Heading back goes here. And we're a little bit now. Okay, cavat will descend now that we're leveling up at, let's say, 5,000. 4,000 feet should be enough at the moment. Descending to 5,000. And we'll see what she's giving us. And descending to cavat. So we're leaving 10,000 for 1,000. Okay, now below 10,000, landing lights goes on. Kind of good on the profile. To 1004. So we were supposed at the moment to brief the plate and where we're going to exit, but we'll take the first taxiway on the right that we managed to make, and we'll use reverse just for the fun of it, because we can. So let's go 220 knots, punch it, 220 selected, and now we can, let's aim for 3,000 feet, punch it, okay, and now we are going to cavat and trying to reach it at 3,000 feet, so let's monitor. We're a little bit high on profile, so increase rate of descent. And soon we'll begin configuring. Let's ding the passenger. So we are in terrain, as we know that there is some mountains around the airport, so you will always want to have the terrain approaching to Quebec. And good. So now we are going to continue not on LNAV but on vectors. So let's go on heading. Come on. Okay, she's holding 091. We're going to zoom in a little bit. And we are going to be ready for the intercept. So let's switch source to your ILS. Then we'll push approach mode to capture. When we are in range, so soon it should be good to go. So let's put some flaps. Let's go just one notch of flaps. And let's go 190 on the speed. That's selected. She's going to level off at 3000. And let's go with approach. So we're going to lock is captured. She's turning by herself. Now we could put the minimums 400 and 057 here. So lock 1. So we're going to intercept the ILS from below, and let's go some flaps here. Dot above here. Well, it's low captured, and she's tracking. Okay, gear down. We're going to go flaps. At tow tugs, we'll go full flaps. And now we can monitor what she's doing. So we have some ground here, acknowledged, and we have the runway in sight. But for the sake of the exercise, we'll continue. So let's slow down and 160 at the moment. Still on profile. We're looking good. Let's add some flaps. And passing tow tugs, full flaps. And speed will go to 140. Should be good. So she's descending. So at some point we'll look here to see if we have the MTA flashing, meaning that we've reached our minimums, and he asking if we want to continue or well. So she's having a little bit of problem tracking. Check.
1000.
Still runway in sight. We're going to help her with some speed brakes. She don't want to slow down. So this is a ground spoiler. Flaps are full. A little bit fast. Cut it. Check.
600.
Okay, visual. Okay, let's cut this. Yeah. Manual flight.
Autopilot. 100. Autopilot. Autopilot. Autopilot.
Check.
300. 250. 250.
So let's try to salvage this.
150.
Yeah, a little bit.
150.
Check. And
150.
MDA. Continue landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Uh, 60 knots. Okay, and we'll exit on the next one. So that wasn't the prettiest landing, but yeah, it works. So now we could go flaps up, speed brakes down. Oh, there's someone here. So disregard this guy, and we'll exit the runway here. We have the brake temperature coming, so didn't force too much on them. And it's clear on the right. And while we'll taxi, we can start the APU. Let's get the radar. And we'll park over there. So you can hear APU is starting. Let's get those lights. So radar's off, lights are off. We don't want to blind or radiate everyone on the ground. And let's display our engine pages. And last turn, we'll park here. It's clear on the left. What the hell is that supposed? Looks pair of wings, but yeah, that's it. Okay. And let's stop here. Okay, disregard the glider. Parking brake is set. And we're going to shut down those engines. And yeah, nice. So APU is on and is connected. Let's go APU please on. Good. And we could remove the primary and secondary hydraulic pressure. And we'll just keep the fuel lines on the APU. Okay. So, yes, that concludes our tutorial flight on the Miltech C-17.